This one's going to be fun. Connectors, what's up? DK here. Hope you're having a great day. It's Monday. It is the Monday after Super Bowl Sunday. One of the greatest games of all time. The greatest comeback of all time. And for those of us, it was a good night. Wait. This is not going to be a gloating video about the New England Patriots winning their 5th championship. No. Hang on. We're going to talk about lessons from this that the nonprofit sector can take. Nonprofit lessons in Super Bowl 51. Ready? Here we go. Lesson number 1. Every role is essential. Whether you're the executive director or the intern who just came up next week, every role in your organization is super important. Look at the Patriots last night. They needed everybody to help and contribute. They couldn't just have Tom Brady doing his thing. They couldn't just have Julian Edelman doing his thing. They needed linemen. They needed the kicker. They needed the kick return team. They needed everything to work, especially when times are tough, especially when you're trying to dig yourself out of a hole, or especially when you're behind. It is important that your organization realizes that every person needs to be valued, every person needs to be appreciated for what they do, and most importantly, every person needs the resources and backing of their organization so that they know when they're out and about doing their work, whether it's programmatic work, fundraising work, or the executive director talking about or telling the story of your organization, that the organization's got its back. Number 2, play to the whistle. You got to play to the whistle. If your organization is in a tough situation, if your fundraising is struggling, if you're having a tough time figuring out new board members, recruiting new board members, maintaining a strong board, staffing is an issue, any one of these issues, it is going to be long and drawn out, and you have to play through the whistle. Don't ever think that it's over before it's over. You have to be sure, absolutely, that what you're doing, you play straight through, because at some point, at any point, before the whistle blows, you might have an aha moment. So don't stop short. Don't stop short of program. Don't stop short of fundraising effort. Don't stop short of an idea for an event. Play it straight through. If you play through the whistle, great things will happen. Look at all the times during the Super Bowl last night where there was a real chance, a true chance, that if you stopped before the whistle blew, that things would have altered. Julian Edelman had an amazing catch. And at first, if you just saw it, if you saw it in real time, you thought to himself, oh, the ball's tipped, no good, play's over, I'll just take it easy. No, he moved toward the ball, made an amazing catch, and played through the whistle. And if you do that, your organization will benefit. You will be rewarded for playing through the whistle. 3, everyone has a job, even if it's not the job description you know, and you do. Last night there was a Patriots player named James White, and if you weren't a big Patriots fan, you might not have ever heard of him. And why? Well, he didn't really play that much, and he didn't really contribute too much in the last few games, especially during the playoffs. So he was sort of an unknown. But at the moment, in the moment of the game, he knew his job, and his job as a running back was also to catch balls out of the backfield, and he did that to the tune of 110 yards, 14 catches, and a Super Bowl record. And everyone says, who is this guy, James White? And the answer to that is that he is a player on the team. He knows his job, but he also knows that at any time he may be asked to do something else, and that's what he did. And in every organization, especially nonprofit groups, nonprofiteers have to realize that there are other jobs that need to be done, and you can't look around for someone else to do it. You might have to do it yourself. I don't care if you're the executive director, if you think you're the big-time development director raising all this money, wearing the suits and making the big ass to companies. At an event, you got to help pick up the garbage. Everybody has to do work, and it doesn't matter what your job title is, the work needs to get done. So James White saw it in the Super Bowl, took advantage of it, made the plays, and made things happen, and truly made a difference in the game. By himself, he was an unbelievable contributor, and not to the traditional running back idea. So in your organization, no matter what your title is, there is work to be done, there are tasks to be done. Do not get hung up on who's the boss and who's the superior and who's this and all that. Get it done. And last but certainly not least, the long game. We are notoriously bad as a sector of looking short term. What's coming up this month, this week? What's the next thing up on our list? Head down in the work. And the short game is what stymies most of our intelligent creativity intelligent growth, the smart ways that we can take our mission and make a greater impact in our community. We are notoriously bad for looking short term. And a lot of it has to do with the institutions and the programmatic processes that we do historically. We wait for a grant cycle to come up, we write the grant, we wait for an answer, we get the answer, we do the program, we write the report, rinse, repeat. We do a lot of things like this where we are caught in the cogs that are moving. And we are just so focused on holding on, making sure that engine is moving, head down into the work, that we don't look long term. And we need to start realizing that the long game is where the victors lie. The Patriots were counted out. At the end of the first half, they were down by 25. The largest Super Bowl deficit before then was 10. So they are in uncharted waters. They look slow. They look like they couldn't catch up with what the Falcons were putting at them. And at the end of the first half, there was a real sense of dread. Out here, all of us people, not inside the organization, not inside that locker room, because each person, whether it was Robert Kraft, the owner, all the way down to the guy who grabs the tea in practice and is the intern on half a day, they knew more was to come. No overly panicking, no shifting of priorities or shifting of focus, no, we're treading water, quick, bail the water out before we sink. Just the calming effect of an organization saying, we look at the long term. We play the long game. We know we've had some troubles here. We know we've had some difficulties in what we're doing. We'll make some adjustments. We'll see what we've been doing. We'll fix this. We'll fix that. And before you knew it, they kept chipping away. And 25 got smaller and smaller and smaller. And before you knew it, they took it to overtime. And then they won it there. Nonprofit organizations, we need to do the same thing. It is hard. I fully recognize to take yourself out of the moment, especially in the short term, especially when your head is down and you're trying to get work done. But each and every organization that has strength and stability takes time to back up, see the bigger picture, see the long game, what we are trying to accomplish down the road, being sure that we're always focused on that and that we're heading to that point as much as we can. Take the time and realize the long game is where the success lies. The short term is needed, but long term, that's where we succeed. So I'm going to end it right there. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. My name is DK, and I'm with Connect the Dots Movement. If you have any questions for me, please email me right here, and I can get back to you within 24 hours. I promise, pinky swear. And if you have, if you got a time spare, check us out on Facebook. We're right here at facebook.com/Connect the Dots Movement. We're also on Twitter at WeConnectDots, and you can send us your questions. You can send some comments about our videos. Make sure you like and share them and send them around to different nonprofiteers. Hopefully some of them will be excited about this, whether they're Patriot fans or not. Guys, thanks again for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. Once again, my name is DK. I'm with Connect the Dots Movement, and you have just been connected. See you guys around.
It didn't take long. This place was long and I ended up
Nonprofit power.